So in this short clip, I am going to quickly discuss one of the biggest mistakes that students make in the final week before their USMLE. And when I make a clip such as this is not because I romanticize some sort of procedure or method for how you should prepare in the final week just because. This is based on my observations with students over 9+ years of tutoring. And it's very important that when you go into your real deal, which you are obviously prepping substantially for, investing your time and mental energies, okay, that you are going to peak into your exam most effectively. That's very important. So one of the biggest mistakes I see students make is an over-indexing and over-emphasis on UWorld in their final week without going through the NBME material. Students get very emotional about their use of UWorld. This is one of my observations, okay? People get very bogged down mentally in UWorld. OMG, UWorld. All my friends are doing UWorld. You know, all my friends, like none of my friends are doing the NBMEs late. Run your friends through a Skype session with me, okay? They're not going to be focusing on UWorld in the final week. Now, my conviction on this point that you need to be focusing on the NBMEs late is because the real USMLE is going to be a hypothetical NBME 31-32. The questions are exactly the same. I've made lots of content on this. If you do offline NBMEs 1 through 19, the repeats are all over the place on 20 through 30. And then if you memorize 20 through 30, you're going to get repeats on the real deal. Some students say, well, yeah, well, even if I get, let's say, 3 or 5 repeats, is that really worth all my time to memorize the NBME exams? Realize that irrespective of the exact number of repeats on your real deal, that the concepts are exactly the same. The way the questions are worded are exactly the same. When you sit the real deal, it'll look like UWorld, but the questions are going to be NBME questions superimposed in that UWorld interface. Okay, you need to mentally calibrate to the NBME question style late. You need to memorize that NBME content late because the questions are exactly the same on the real deal. The real deal is not UWorld. Now, once again, I have to overemphasize that I understand that many of you are very invested in UWorld. Okay, at the end of the day, you are in control of your own prep. These are merely opinions. However, I articulate convictions here because I come from a place of good intent. And in order to help you maximize your augmentation of score in that final week, help you peak into the exam, recognize that the real deal is the NBME questions. It's not UWorld, okay? UWorld will help you, okay? Plenty of people will ace the exam doing UWorld late and going into their real deal, okay? But if you have a friend, let's say, who got a 256, who hardcore memorized UWorld late, recognize that he or she maybe could have had a 266 if the emphasis had been on the NBMEs instead, okay? We will never know those alternatives, but when I make a short clip such as this, I just want you to take home the point that the NBMEs are going to be your real deal, not UWorld. So however you choose to use your final week, it is in my view that you should index on the NBME material. We could make this a more extended clip, but I'll just end it here. I'll make more content as you know. So subscribe to my channel, and I appreciate your time. That's it.